That doesn't make sense. She just signed same, can't. When the narrator here, she signs at one point this, and I understand what she's saying in ASL, but I'm not quite sure if there's a word or a phrase that would be equivalent in English. So that'll be something that I'll have to talk with my group on when we're doing the interpretation or translation on some of the wording, and it's easy to understand a lot in the ASL, but to find a word sometimes or a phrase that's equivalent to that, that's a little bit of a struggle. So luckily, since there's a group of us working on it, hopefully we'll all be able to come up with something different and then be able to pick what we think best matches in these different sections of this act. Definitely going to have to be using a lot of intonation throughout this act to show like their facial expressions. We're going to have to show that in our voice. This is a little confusing right here because here he's speaking and has an interpreter who's putting it into sign language, and it's a signed play. So when we're translating this, are we going to want to talk over him, or are we going to want to basically say what she's signing and then guess that's what he's saying? Or that's a little kind of weird. Because if it was an actual real life, I was taking this job, I don't think I'd be voicing over him. Same with the two of them, I don't think I'd be voicing over them. So I'm not quite sure how we're going to go about interpreting this, and I realize that the two of them are pretty much, the two girls and the other two girls, the girls that are voicing are pretty much saying the same thing, and the two that are signing I guess they're not really saying the same thing, but it'll be easy because they're not talking over one another, to kind of just have one and one if it's a team, so that you have one interpreter that's just interpreting the two girls that are signing, and then one interpreter that's interpreting the ones that are voicing. But then again, we're back to the same, if I was actually taking this job, would I actually be voicing over the person that's playing Charles Darwin and the two girls that are agreeing with Charles Darwin that we need to teach them how to speak? Or would I basically be like pointing to them like, okay, they're speaking, you can hear them? I don't know, it's a little awkward. And right there I don't even understand what they're saying because the interpreter's back is to me, so all I see is this at one point, so I'm not quite sure how we're going to really interpret that part, but that's why we have a group and we can bounce ideas off of each other. So, but my prediction definitely did not really match up with the act, but I did do a little bit of research, and so I know that there is some information out there if we have any additional questions or things that pop up to clarify, and we can definitely hopefully meet with some other consultants and get some feedback on different ways to interpret and maybe how to handle that situation where the people are speaking in the end. Do I voice over them because really you can't hear them in this, but if it was in real life, I was taking the job, I don't think I would voice over them. So, but that's about it.